Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you this baumatic BTD-1 vented tumble dryer. It's an integrated dryer, I believe owned by White Knight, or made by White Knight should I say. This is the dryer that's right next to the wash, which you can see just here, which has just finished a respin of some washing. And I'm going to load that washing into the dryer. The serial number of the dryer, for anyone interested, is 319-000-118-507-560. I have no idea how to date code White Knight, so if anyone wants to date code that, then feel free. This is just a load of mixed colours. I have used this dryer several times already. I do think it's quite a nice dryer, and I'll talk more about its pros and cons at the end of the video. For now, I'm just going to set it up. Now, as you can see, the door is quite covered in fluff around the edges. Yeah, it's not as well looked after as the washing machine is, but it still is in reasonably good condition considering it looks quite old. I am guessing, having no knowledge about this particular dryer, other than that I think it's made by White Knight, my guess for its age would be sort of mid to late 2000s, is my guess. Someone will know, someone out there will know the age of this dryer. So yeah, we've got timer up to 115 is the last official mark, but technically you could start it there, which would be, what would that be? I had to take a guess, probably 140 minutes. So yeah, we've also got heat settings over here, which is, when it's in, it's high heat, when it's out, it's low heat, which is the opposite to what I'm used to. I'm used to being out as high heat and in as low heat because my indices like that. So yeah, there is dryables for this dryer, but I don't know where they've put them, so unfortunately I can't put them in at the moment. I'm going to set it to, I'm going to say 40 minutes for this, based on the loads it's dried already. I think this will probably take nearer 30, but let's put it on for 40. Yeah, I won't film the whole thing because it's just going to be doing the same thing over and over. I'll film 5-10 minutes of it, and then we will stop and I will have a brief talk about what I think of it. do us. Now, let's talk about what I think about this dryer and sort of my overall opinion on it and my experience with it for the couple of loads that I've dried in it. Now, firstly, it's a nice dryer. It does the job. It actually dries surprisingly quickly, and it doesn't heat very high either. It's about 45-50 degrees it dries at on high heat, and low heat I haven't measured, but based on how it feels to my hand, I'm going to say about 35-40 is low heat. So yeah, a lot lower than my inset condenser dries at. That's about 85 to 90 degrees. And yet this dries quicker than my inset, miraculously. So yeah, that's great. As I say, I don't know the age of this, so yeah, but someone will be able to tell me by the serial number, which I've already mentioned about 3 times, so my apologies for repeating myself. Now, the design's not my favourite, but at the end of the day, it's a dryer, and I'm not massively fussy about dryers compared to how I am about washing machines and washer dryers. So, for me, a dryer is a dryer. If it works, it works. As long as it dries the clothes quickly and ideally without eating electricity and balling everything up, then it's good enough for me. And that's what this does. Obviously I don't know energy consumption of this dryer because I can't plug in the energy meter because I can't find the plug. I'm assuming they're, hidden away behind the machines. The switches are in the cupboards above the machines, like the main, the safety switch, so it deactivates power to the socket. So, in the UK, we have to have any appliance like a washing machine or a dryer where the plug socket, where the socket that the machine is plugged into is not reachable without moving the appliance. There has to be basically a separate fused switch which stops all power, which isolates all power to that socket that the machine's connected to, if that makes sense. And that's what's happening here. So I'm assuming that the actual plugs are behind the machines, and I know the main sockets are above it. So unfortunately, you can't do any measuring of energy usage on either machine, which is disappointing. But I am very pleased with the speed of its drying. As I say, I think, what was it? The blanket, was it the blanket that I washed? It was either the blanket or it was the full load of clothes. And I think it might have been the full load of clothes actually that I did on 60 Eco Perfect in the Bosch. It dried that within, I think, about 35-40 minutes, which is actually really quite impressive. I think, personally. I mean, these are obviously nowhere near yet. It does take a while to get up to temperature, but once it's up to temperature, it then dries quickly. So, the bulk of the cycle is it just heating up to temperature. I don't know why that takes so long. It might just be something to do with vintage dryers, or it might just be something to do with old dryers, because, as I say, mine it's not really modern now. It's fairly modern. It's modern compared to this, I'd say. 2011 it was made. So yeah, I'm not familiar with vintage dryers or old dryers, as I say. So yeah, now for the downsides. First of all, you're going to notice the first downside. It's not exactly a quiet dryer. Now, whether that's to do with how it's been installed, or whether that's just the nature of these dryers, I'm not sure, because obviously I can't confirm or deny whether this is installed as it should be, because I can't, investigate, because it's obviously not my machines. But it does vibrate quite significantly, and as a result, it's noisy. Other than that, the door. I hate this door. So for a start, it leans down, so you have to lift it up and guide it perfectly into the latch. it's also, when it's closed, extremely loose and fiddly, and it just feels, to me anyway, it just feels quite cheap, and also it doesn't like to stay open either. So yeah, the filter as well, the filter's here for anyone wondering. That can be quite difficult to get in and out, because you have to line it up pretty much perfectly. Yeah, so those are the negatives, I would say. But aside from that, good dryer overall. I'd be happy owning one. I'd be quite happy to use it as a daily driver. I think I might actually slightly prefer it to my Indesit, just based on drying speed. And that there's no water tank either, because emptying the water tank is, sometimes it's easily forgettable, shall we say. So yeah, not much else to say about it. I'd love to know what you think about this baumatic BTD-1 dryer. Yeah, as I say, thank you very much for watching the video. Oh, before I sign it off, the serial number I will write in the description of the video, in case, you know, in case someone hasn't managed to catch that part of the video where I said it. So I will write that in the description of the video in case anyone wants to date code it. So yeah. Other than that, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please leave a like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.